you can see that I've got my 2x4s with like a cradle set up to hold my ridge. And soon I'll be starting on the roof. All the ceiling joists are put in place. And I also wanted to mention that laying these down now while this is not put up yet is good. So of course I mark the end and then slide it over 3/4. Then I continue on the layout. Keep on going. The one set on 24 did not get used, so it's just kind of there. And then of course I flipped it over for the lines to reach, because I usually use this for wall layout and not, you know, ridge layout. And with everything put in place and all the marks put in place, I'll be ready to go up top and set this bad boy. It'll go a whole lot faster and I won't be having to use this so much. After cutting the angle on one end, I hook the measuring tape to the top. And I come down and put a mark here. Well, sorry, here. For the rafter length. It was 140 and 13/16. That represents the wall edge. For the overhang detail, I switched to this here. And I'll line this up with either the plywood or just look through that little peephole I've got here. Line it up. And then of course I marked it here and here and here and here. And that gives me what I need. Finish off those cuts with a hand saw. What I'll do first is I'll take and drive a nail in here. That'll give it a little grab and I set it in place. Just a little bit. I think that's going to work. I'm going to nail this in place and do all the others. And one important point, I'm starting in the middle because this bridge is more than likely going to have some kind of crook in it. And by starting in the middle and doing both sides, I'm kind of centering up and making it straight. Well, there's my roof framing so far. This is the next day, Friday. And all these are done except for the wall and the barge rafters. So what to do next is, well, I went ahead and cut the barge rafters to length, and there they are. But for that last rafter, you can see my layout marks. These marks are going to represent the lookouts that are going to support the barge rafters. And I clamped them together so I can do them all at one time. If you look at the saw, I've got the depth set about an 1/8 inch more than I actually need. And the purpose of that is when it's notched in and dropped below the surface, the barge rafters being 2x4 is going to be real flimsy. So when this is dropped below the surface, I can use it to lever it straight. And since it's dropped below, it's not going to interfere with the sheeting. Something I'll mention also, if I go from right to left, I can go all the way across and not have a need to clean it up with a chisel. Let's see what happens. Well, there's the mortise. It's not perfect, but it's good enough for this. Now that they're all notched, I'll put them all in place. And now they're installed. Next I'll nail the lookouts in. I used some recycled lumber for the lookouts that I used to use in roofing for toe boards. And cut a notch in them. It's mainly for a mark to line up with the rafter I just notched to assure the overhang is the same all the way down. And now to nail them in. I nail temporary supports on to hold the barge rafter in place to assure it doesn't fall while I'm starting to secure it. Take time to do this. And I put a nail in it temporary to keep it from falling while it rests on that temporary piece till I get some nails in on the lookouts. Well, I've got them all secured now, both sides, by extending a 6-foot level across the last several roof rafters. I was able to get it perfectly straight. After scrounging through my lumber, I found some 2x6s that I could rip down to 4.5 for the fascias. I used them for the front. I had to go buy an 8-foot and a 10-foot 2x6 for the back. Looking up the roof, you can see that I've got equal spaces between the gables, and that's just what I wanted. And here's the front side, equal space, same. What a view, right? While I was doing the framing, I figured it'd be easier to add these now. These are for code. They kind of just lock the rafters together up top. They're supposed to be put every 48 inches on center. I put mine about 32. With the roof framing complete, it's time to start sheeting. Thanks for watching.